My name is Takesha Dublin, and today I'll be speaking with you about COVID 19 and its effect on our mental health. After listening to my speech, you will have the ability to identify ways that the current COVID 19 pandemic has affected the mental health of individuals. Mental health issues are no longer restricted to a specific group of people. In the past, we believed there were other pre existing conditions that cause different mental health illnesses in individuals. We are learning through COVID 19 that that is not the case and that everybody has been affected. People that have never been diagnosed with mental health illnesses or that have never sought medical attention for it have now found themselves on the receiving end for receiving this kind of a medical attention for depression and other various phobias. Depression is one of the biggest things that has come into the rise with the COVID 19 pandemic. More and more people are quarantined, they are sheltering in place, which limits the activities that they have with other family, friends. There's no social anything with the social distancing rules, and a lot of people have found themselves depressed by that. Not having that contact or interaction with others has caused people to develop different fears and phobias. They are afraid that if they are in contact with people, that they will contract COVID-19, possibly making them very ill or passing it on to others. Part of the phobia, believe it or not, is obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. People with OCD have experienced a more intense fear and anxiety with COVID 19 and the pandemic. Most people who suffer from OCD are already what's considered germophobic. With the COVID 19 pandemic, that has intensified. They believe that the only way to not contact this virus is to stay completely safe away from people and to constantly clean the areas that they live in, which has caused different side effects, such as extreme fatigue. Some have become ill with inhaling the fumes from the different chemicals. Children are also suffering from mental health illnesses during this depression. Um, at certain ages, it's very important for children to be social. It goes with their development, it helps them to develop. Not being able to interact with other peers or interact with other adults has caused a strain on that social development. Not to mention the changes that even the children have been exposed to, changes in school, changes in their everyday, not being able to go play, not being able to be around people that they want to be around, and that has caused the stress. Many students are not adapting well to the virtual learning environments. They need that more hands on approach. And it's very difficult for them not having the ability to sit down with someone and have that face to face interaction. So, academically, they are struggling because of that. College and university students are also suffering mild to severe depression and anxiety because of these academic changes. Some senior members of colleges and universities weren't able to take certain classes that they needed. They weren't able to have that graduation that they worked so hard for. The virtual, again, environment has put a lot of stress on their ability to learn. And so many of them find themselves talking to different psychologists, psychiatrists, and counselors about the academic stresses and the depression that they are experiencing. So, again, COVID 19 has really exposed the mental health illness world and how it can affect everybody. My resources come from the coronavirus resource website at psychiatry.org. Also, COVID 19 reducing long term impact on children's mental health. There's also an article, Taking Your Mental Health Temperature During COVID 19. This was found at the yalemedicine.org. And there is another article that talks about the pandemic and children and grades. And this one was found also online at sciencemag.org. My final piece of resource was the CDC, where we were able to obtain a lot of information about how to cope with daily stresses, anxieties, fears, and worries from COVID 19. So, if you have the opportunity, it would be a really good idea for you to check out some of those sites just to get more insight on what's going on in the mental health world as it relates to COVID 19.